Let's take a look at tables. So tables are great when you're trying to lay something out in kind of a column and row structure. And in fact, many HTML web pages used to be written almost completely with tables. So let's look at how we can write out a table. And just note that today we don't build out entire pages with tables. We're going to use a special tag called a division tag to kind of get that same kind of box structure when we're laying out a page. And just so that you know what I meant by that, if you take a look at Facebook, their homepage, this landing page is kind of laid out in somewhat of a table type structure, right? You've got this left column here, and then all of this is kind of in its own column here. So I want you to start visualizing web pages like that in forms of boxes. And when we touch on the division tag, you'll see how we can kind of put that all together. But so today, tables are just used if you're trying to actually, display some type of a table or some type of a list with a row column structure. And the way we do that is we have an opening and closing tag. And then what we're going to do is we need a row. And so this is the table row tag. And you'll want to put these on separate lines like this. And then in each row, we need some table cells. And we can do it like this with this TD tag. And we usually put these on one line together if we can fit it. And we'll say, let's just call this row 1. And we'll say this is this is actually cell 1 inside row 1. And we want to close that table data cell. So now let's do that again. And we can do row 1 yet again, but this is going to be cell number 2. Right, so now we can add multiple rows, and it's usually easier just to copy and paste. So if I kind of add some more space here, let's add a second row, and these would be the second row. So now when I save this, if I go back here and I refresh it, you'll see that table structure has kind of shown up. So row 1 goes across like that, and row 2 goes across right here. And this is cell 1, and this is cell 2. And I can illustrate this a little bit clearer for you by adding a border. Now don't worry about what I'm using here. We'll explore these tools later, but these are our developer tools. So I can go to this table and I can say, let's have border 1 pixel solid. And so now we've got a little border around the table, and then we can add borders to each actual data cell. Border 1 pixel solid black. And so on. And we could add them for each cell, and there you go. You can start to see how the table is taking shape. So again, tables are very useful when we're trying to actually display things in kind of tabular format like that.